I need to build some trellises today. I thought I got bush beans. I think I got pole beans instead of bush beans. Let me show you guys. Yeah, I mean, they still can be bush beans, I think, but look, I don't know. They're starting to vine out. Is that normal for bush beans? I don't think that's normal. Not too sure why some of them are dying like this. I got a couple of them dying. But yeah, they're getting really tall and droopy. Look, here's another one that's just kind of vining out. That's kind of weird, so.
Pumpkins?
Pumpkins, no, zucchini. That's zucchini. Ooh, look. I got some zucchini growing. Woohoo, already. I don't know what's going on with these two. They have decided not to grow. So yeah, like I said, I'm not too sure exactly what is going on with the vines, but they're seriously getting really tall, so, and they're gonna start falling over. So not too sure exactly what kind of trellis I'm gonna build. I might just put 2 sticks around and then just put like twine in between to hold them up, maybe. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. Let me get something started here. Unfortunately, the microphone that I was using last week is dead. I didn't recharge it, so it's recharging now, so the audio is going to be up and down again. I've got some leftover sticks from my trellis, so I believe I'm just gonna put sticks on both sides going down with the twine I have, and just gonna go back and forth. I guess like kind of like the Florida weave, but not, I don't know exactly if it is the Florida weave. That's about the right height. I don't think it's gonna get much taller than that. So, let me cut things into size. Did you guys like the view of the ground? All right, as simple as that looked, that's how simple that that is. As the beans will get taller, if they do start vining out more, I could just add more, of course. But I don't want to add more right now because I kind of made a trellis years back of beans that look just like this, and I made this huge trellis thinking that I was just gonna keep on climbing. and they never did anything. So I'm gonna keep it like this and see what happens, how they grow. And if they get bigger, I'll just add more twine. But until they get bigger, this is all I'm doing. So basically, I'm just grabbing the leaves and tucking them up above and kind of hooking them on the twine so it stays up. Yeah, just that's as simple as that. That goes, and yeah, that's it. But yeah, everything's going. I have a little issue about this end of the garden, the whole side. Nothing has really grown too well on this side. I don't know if it's because maybe it's that part I didn't fertilize like I did these parts. But at the same time, right here, this is not growing. Oh, Lucy keeps pooping. For some reason, this is the aisle she likes to poop in. Like every day I collect poop, every day. Because you don't want dog poop in your garden. Ugh. But the okra sure is taking their time. I know okra loves heat. So maybe that's what they're waiting for, is the heat to turn on before they start exploding. But yeah, it's just nothing's growing. The sunflowers over there are struggling. Only like 6 out of the 15 that I grew sprouted. I threw some green onions in here. This has kind of become like Isabel's. These are Isabel's flowers. And one dead tomato volunteer that she dug up. It's kind of alive. It's trying. It's trying. It's actually developing new leaves right there. So it's trying to survive. So yeah, I threw some green onions in there. Hopefully this will be my onion aisle. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. This side of the garden seems like it's doing well. It's just that end, it's just not. And I'm thinking that's because it's that. This is where I kind of stopped fertilizing up to about here, I think. And I'd spread the wood chips all the way over there. So that the fertilizer, all the poop that I buried in the actual dirt, probably stops right around here. Because the tomatoes right there is doing great. All of them are doing great, except for right there. That one's just struggling the whole time. All right, I got peas right here growing. I don't know if they're gonna do anything, but I've got to put some trellising up for them because they're looking for something to climb. And I'll be right back with some old tomato cages. All right, I've got these old tomato cages. I got 4 of them. I'm just gonna stick them as low as I can into the ground, and hopefully they will connect with them. And that will work perfect for peas. All right, let's put you guys there. Well, unfortunately, I don't have one more. I wish I had one more to put right there. But I'll figure something else later. I'm gonna stake up my zucchini if they get any taller than this. I don't know if they're gonna get any bigger. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, you just tuck them in and hopefully they will eventually find the metal, and they'll start climbing it up. This is the only real use for tomato cages, because they don't work at all for actual tomato cages. But it's great for peas. The peas here, I just got them. There's some peas here that I just got them right next to the tomato, so they're just gonna climb up the tomato, and that'll be fine. Well, so unfortunately, it started raining, so I gotta get the phone out of the rain. But that's the view from my front porch. My wood chip garden is I've got mixed feelings about it right now. Let me elaborate just a little bit. So my wood chip garden, what do I think about it? Honestly, I'm not thrilled with it yet. I think it's the mistakes are, of course, my end. There's nothing really wrong with doing the wood chip. I'm a fan of the Return to Eden style garden. I think it really is effective, but I've made tons of mistakes. One, I had my wood chips. So I've had the wood chips over there for about a year, and I just sat there. I didn't do anything with it. I wood chipped my other old garden back there where my garlic's growing, and that is doing fantastic. I'm sorry I didn't bring you guys over there. All right, but the wood chip garden. So my wood chip's been sitting over there for the last year since I got it, and I have another pile actually just sitting there. And I moved the wood chips, the rest of the wood chips here a few months ago. And my mistake is, it's actually not a mistake. I knew this was kind of going to happen because when you start the wood chips in an area, the ground you cover up with the wood chips, I threw all the balance of the whatever harmony it had with the grass and the bugs and the soil with all these wood chips, and everything has to find its balance again. And of course, with the wood chips here and decomposing here again, of course, it's robbing of all the nitrogen in the ground, that if there was any. But I tried to replace all that nitrogen with all the poop I had, the cow, chicken, and pig poop. I buried it into the ground before I put wood chips on there, so I was hoping it was going to offset the whole nitrogen robbing thing, but as you can tell, over there on the far end of the garden, it's doing fantastic. My tomatoes are just jamming, but I have a problem with this end of the garden. Nothing's growing there, or everything is struggling to grow there. I've used fertilizer over there, and I'm trying to get it to grow, but it's just not happening. I'm pretty sure next year it's gonna be awesome, but just want to let everyone know the first year of your wood chip garden, it's gonna suck. Things are gonna struggle to grow until the ground and the wood chips find that equal balance of nature. I think I would have probably used more nitrogen to offset how slow everything's growing. So I think the areas that I've did overdose with the fertilizer, the poop, and everything else is doing good, which was on the far end, where the beans stop, and further on is doing great. On this end, I think it got a little sparse with the spreading of the fertilizer, so not much is growing, and come next spring it should be ready to go. All right, well, that's kind of it with my garden update. That's simple trellis, that doesn't have to be nothing fancy. All right, well, I think that's gonna be the end of the video. I've got to put my tools away before it actually starts raining. They're calling for rain for the next 5 to 6 days, so I'm gonna, but not like 100%, it's around 30 to 50% chance of rain, so I'm gonna try to sneak in as much content as possible in between so I can make a video for next week, or for the following 2 weeks, because next week's video is going to be Angela talking about food freedom. All right, my name is Sang. This is Growing Little Country Homestead. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. And Nate, I promise I'll practice. I'm doing it again. I'm staring at the red button, the record button right there. I'm doing it right now. Right there. I'm trying, Nate. I'm trying. Sorry.